Hi, I'm Pete, and this is the VeryPuzzle DIRT-C1. It's safe to say this is the largest twisty puzzle that I own, and the size of this really compared to, say, a 55 millimeter Rubik's Cube, standard 3-layer cube, quite enormous. I have a 30 centimeter, 12-inch ruler here, so you can sort of see where that kind of goes. According to VeryPuzzle, this is a 26.5 centimeters in diameter. It is fantastic. Let's take a look at the stand. This is a standard VeryPuzzle stand, and I think it's a little too big for the stand. But you know, it holds it fine. But I really think that when I play with it, I'm going to put it on a towel or try to find a better stand, something like that. So what is DIRT? Well, the original DIRT puzzle is right over here. So this is the DIRT V1 from VeryPuzzle. And DIRT just stands for the axis systems. So they have a dodecahedron, icosahedron, and a rhombic triacontahedron axis systems. So for the DIRT, you end up with these 12 decagons, 20 of these hex faces right here, hexagonal faces, and then 30 square faces. Yeah, it's kind of hard to, four-sided faces, even though they're part of a circle. So this one had 62 axes, and this itself is just a spherical transformation of the VeryPuzzle TI, truncated icosahedron. So they had VeryPuzzle produce two versions of a TI. There's this one which had these little turning knobs, which is a lot of fun. Very cool puzzle. And they also had the original was the VTI, the void truncated icosahedron, but it's the same geometry with the decagons, with the square faces, and with the hexagons. And it was easy enough to turn it manually. Now, I know at one point VeryPuzzle did produce a puzzle with a void puzzle with a turning tool, but that was actually the void Tubmix. That wasn't this. This one just kind of was, you just kind of grabbed an edge and turned. That's how this one worked. So this was the original one that I got, the VTI, and then they came out with the TI, and finally the DIRT V1. The biggest difference between this and this in the solving is that the corners, these decagon corners on the TI and the VTI have three colors on them. Whereas on the DIRT, they're a single color. So the DIRT, it doesn't really add anything to the solve. I've never had any issue with orienting the corners. I don't even know if they can be rotated. So it really doesn't really do much to the solve, I don't think, anyway, for the DIRT, and it just gives it maybe just a bit of a cleaner look. So that's where we were, and then last year, maybe late, I'm not really sure when they released it, but they came out with the DIRT-C1, which is a cloverized version of the DIRT. Cloverization added some additional axes and an additional face type, and really, I didn't really think much about it until I actually got it assembled, got it stickered, which I have to tell you, it comes as a DIY kit. It's a big task. But I didn't really think much about the, they cloverized it. But really, it's quite a different puzzle just in terms of the faces and axes and things like that. Now I'm going to do a comparison between the DIRT V1.0 and the DIRT-C1. Before I get started, I want to point out that VeryPuzzle has included this really cool turning tool. It's a plastic handle with a silicone pad on it. And for these large faces on these shallow cut puzzles, it does make it quite a bit easier to turn the faces, especially as the puzzle is not fully broken in yet. Once it gets broken in, it'll be a lot easier. Of course, the small faces are already turning quite well, but it's just mainly these large faces that need a bit more work. So on the DIRT 1.0, you have these large faces. These are clearly decagons. On the DIRT-C1, you still have the large faces, but it seems like they're nonagons. They're nine-sided now. It's really hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure that they've lost one vertex, or sorry, one edge in this process. The other thing that we have on the DIRT 1.0, they gave us 20 of these hexagon faces right here, these nice little hexagons. And now on the DIRT-C1, because of all the cloverization, it actually has 60 of them. So they've really amped up the number of hexagon faces. We had 30 of these square faces, and again, I'm not referring to the fact that they're round. I'm referring to the fact that they have 4 logical sides to them. So we had 30 of them on the DIRT-1, and we actually still have 30 of them on this puzzle on the cloverized version. I still have 30 of these. So, but what else is new? Well, the C1 has a piece type that isn't included at all on the DIRT 1.0, and that is this pentagon face, and it's to do with all these extra cuts that have been added. So now VeryPuzzle has given us textured stickers to use on this puzzle. So that will increase the difficulty just a bit, as you have to kind of line up the texture, and I'm having trouble actually now lining it up. Is that good? No, maybe not. Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah. So yeah, I have a kind of I like the textured stickers, but I don't like some of the very light colors. I find them very hard to distinguish the pattern on them. So, but I do like the metallized one and the darker colors. Now, so those are the differences. The DIRT 1.0 has 62 axes, which is exactly the same as the TI, the VTI. But all of these extra pieces, extra cuts, add up to 122 axes, or 122 turnable features on this puzzle. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I'll talk a little bit about the stickering. In my package, in addition to the vinyl stickers and the textured stickers for the pentagonal faces, there was a separate pack of these textured vinyl stickers. And yeah, so they're sparkly. I'm going to turn, yeah, I'm trying to show you in the light. They're very cool. They're really nice. They feel nice. They're cut just a little tiny bit bigger than the vinyl, so getting them centered on the pieces was a little harder, but I think they added something. They added some variety, certainly, to the stickering. The stickerings, you know, they did what they could. They gave us as many different colors as possible. I think that I'd still like to see some different colors as well. Certainly there's a lot of shades of blue, but as far as just being able to solve the puzzle and being able to distinguish the different shades of the same color, I think it's okay. I think it came out very, very well. There's no real stickering guide on their website. I came up with my own color scheme, and I used an app where I took some of the, like if I had a face, a pentagon face, and then a couple of colors that I wanted to use, I had an app that gave me other colors that would complement the couple that I had picked out, and that worked pretty well, I think. You know, sometimes you have to use what you got, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way the stickering came out. Now, as far as this putting this together, it comes in a kit with an enormous number of pieces. And that's something to consider if you're going to get this. I don't know if it's available pre-assembled. It's quite large, so shipping it could be quite costly. But you know, packed down flat, it's quite a bit more practical. And it took me a while to assemble it. You know, I just took a little bit at a time. But it basically, if you've put together any other DIY kits for VeryPuzzle. Actually, that was a DIY kit. Not sure if maybe the VTI was. Anyway, but this is just exactly the same. It's just much larger, and it is a lot of work. I won't discount that. It is a lot of work. As I say, I spent a lot of time assembling it. I took my time, did it over a long period, like months. Likewise with the stickering, I actually stickered about half of it, and then because of work I had to go away for a while, so when I came back I had to pick up the stickering. So but it was okay. Like there wasn't a point where I said, wow, you know, I wish this was over. You know, it was just a fun experience, as long as I wasn't just pushing to try and get it done. So yeah, I am absolutely thrilled with this puzzle. It's not cheap. I think it's the most expensive puzzle they have on their website, but I think it was well worth it. Also, VeryPuzzle does have sales every once in a while, so it might be something to kind of keep your eye out for. As far as how I'm going to solve it, I think it's not going to be too much different than the TI or the original DIRT. But yeah, I'll just approach it as I do all of these shallow cut puzzles. They're usually not too hard. I just have to decide what my approach is going to be. Probably do a layer by layer. That's what I tend to do. Start with a pattern, one of the patterned faces, and then work my way up. So yeah, that is the VeryPuzzle DIRT-C1. I really hope you'll like that. Finding a place to put this in my puzzle display has been a bit of a challenge. I actually have it. These 3 of these puzzles were on one of my shelves, and that's it. It took up the whole shelf. Kind of surprising to see it all empty now. Yeah, I can't say I can't praise this enough. I'm really happy with it, and I haven't even solved it yet. I know it's going to be a fun solve. It's going to be a long solve. So there's one of the questions. What do you think? Do you want to see a scramble and solve this beast on my channel? Do let me know down in the comments. What do you think? It's going to be a very long solve, but it might be interesting. Who knows? It might get tedious after a while. Yeah, do let me know down in the comments what if you want to see this thing scrambled and solved. Any scrambling will definitely help break it in. I think I'm going to break it in a bit more just to make sure I've got that silicone oil distributed all over the place. I just used a couple drops of a standard silicone oil. I put a little bit on the sphere, the shell, and then I also put some on one of the foot, the top of the foot, so it lubricates the sliding surfaces, the horizontal sliding surfaces besides just the sphere. Yeah, all right, well that's it for this video. As always, I do appreciate any comments, questions, or suggestions. Do let me know what you think of the C1 down there. Is this something for you? Is this something you want to add to your VeryPuzzle collection? It's certainly a conversation piece, isn't it? So yeah, do let me know, and any other feedback you have for me. And well, until next time, thanks for watching.